Wait,
Yep,
whoa.
you heard that right. But
whoa, whoa. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy OgMk, and today we're back with another reaction video. This video is going to be about the Island Boys, a tale of desperation and degeneration. The last time I heard about these niggas, they was kissing each other, but I ain't gonna hold y'all boys no longer. Let's go ahead and get right back into the video, man.
As a commentary channel who covers other channels on YouTube,
These
I
what
feel
these
like I've
niggas
seen
look like
plenty
now?
of channels that get into drama out of the simple fact that they are doing out-of-pocket things out of desperation for views and clout.
Facts.
The best example of this is with the Island Boys. They were the musical artists, I'm putting that very lightly, that we covered on the channel over a year ago.
Did these
and they were
niggas even
pretty
have a
cringe back
song?
then. They blew up because of their Island Boys song and started to build their online following by replying to their TikTok comments or remixing that same exact song a bunch of times for their TikTok. But after that viral song that turned them into an overnight meme, the Island Boys, Fly Soldier and Kodiak Red, had struggled to stay relevant shortly after that. So
Them niggas' name is Flight Soldier, and what was the other nigga name? Kodiak Red?
Fly Soldier and Kodiak Red had struggled to stay relevant shortly after that. So like any creator who blows up overnight, lets the clout get to their head, and act like they are big time rappers, they kissed each other.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was the most craziest thing I've ever seen.
Okay, fine, that was just one of their public stunts that they did do to try to get attention after failing to capitalize off of their short stint in the creator limelight. But for the most part, it worked. At least for a few months, until they'd become irrelevant online once again. Today we take a look back at the Island Boys and all of the insane things that they have been trying to do for the past couple of months in order to get buzz around their name once again. Like hanging out with Jack Doherty at his house for his live streams, or jumping on live streams with Aiden Ross and showing their meat in order to get internet news channels like Drama Alert to cover their online antics to again boost their online attention and clout. So strap in, because today on the channel I take you on a cringe roller coaster ride in order to look at the Island Boys rise and fall again into irrelevancy and the many attempts to generate a buzz around their name.
No, that's
now,
crazy.
if you're new to the channel and enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel.
Subtitle
now
just
let's
now,
get
that
into
nigga
the
said
video.
skinny
Now,
penis.
we all know how the Island Boys got their fame on the internet, but I'll do a quick rundown of the events leading up to where we last left off in our previous video, which came out over a year ago. In October of 2021, the Island Boys exploded in popularity on TikTok when they'd post their first freestyle song, I'm an Island Boy.
Boy, I'm just trying to make it, and I'm an island boy. I'm gonna keep it like an island boy.
Okay, that's enough of
Oh my
that. This
God,
TikTok
don't
sent
bring me
them
back.
into an overnight success, but for all the wrong reasons. People started to clown on the Island Boys for the way they pronounced words during the freestyle and their whole style in general. From their clothing that they were wearing to their absurd hairstyle that was eye-catching but looked insane. They were easily clowned on by the internet. But this once again boosted their online fame. They'd reply to the haters within their videos, and it would only make them all that more viral. The Island Boys song blew up to over 20 million views on TikTok, and when they finally came out with the full song on their YouTube channel, that video also generated over 24 million views. But that was the most viewed video they'd ever receive on their channel.
Damn.
This freestyle was their pinnacle on YouTube and on TikTok, and they knew it. They'd rinse and repeat the song on TikTok a bunch of times with different lyrics every single time. But when they tried to upload new videos or anything else that strayed away from their original claim to fame, they'd get very little attention, which led them into a cycle of continuing to come back to the same old content. Now for them, they may have thought the song put them on, like there were some new musical geniuses who changed the game with their flow and line delivery.
Boy, I'm just trying to make it.
But people were laughing at them and not with them. They were a meme at this point, but for some reason they didn't realize it. Their online careers started to slow down and they'd start to appear on interviews. The most notorious interview was on the Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul, where the Island Boys started beef with George Janko because of the advice he tried to give them during the interview, where George would tell them that they should sell their jewelry if they ever went broke. He never implied that they were going broke, but it was just a worst case scenario.
Of your jewelry assets and invest in something, so you guys will never ever be broke again. So I don't think there's ever gonna be a broke situation. But I'm saying like if you guys.
Jewelry can't be worth that much, man. I don't think you're gonna flip that into a retirement.
No, you could definitely flip their jewelry into a down payment or something for sure.
Let me tell you something. George, stop talking. We have multiple.
Wait, that was. Hey, that was for you guys.
Yeah,
that wasn't like a hate shot.
I don't need financial advice when I probably make more money than you.
But that was me being nice. It wasn't me being like an asshole. I could be an asshole. I could turn it up and be an asshole.
Why don't you go talk to somebody else about that? It's not gonna go in your favor. But look.
No, it could go in my favor.
Like, you really don't want to go there, bro.
I could go there. Because I was giving you guys nice advice and you guys were being assholes.
Hey, George, keep talking. I'm gonna walk out.
I'm right here to you guys.
Okay. So what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying. You guys are throwing a lot of threats. I'm sitting right here.
No one's threatening you.
You guys said it's not gonna go my way.
Yeah.
This is not the Nilk Boys. We don't do fake over here.
Yeah. What are you trying to scare me or something? I'm not scared of you, huh, man?
All right, I'm not scared of you guys either.
Okay, so just keep it like that. Feel me?
I'm gonna step in for a second.
George,
Hold on. No, hold on.
Hold on. Podcast.
No.
Here, I'm moving for you. I was giving you nice advice, bro.
I agree with that.
Did I say anything mean? You fucked up.
What the fuck?
Nigga said you fucked up.
It doesn't work out. Who are you? What's happening here? Who's this guy?
All right, hold on. Dude.
What are you trying to show I'm not showing up. I said, God forbid, which means an accident. God forbid, a situation would happen. You know me from Island Boys, but you know I'm thugging, bro, right? You know that, right?
Why don't we just let cooler heads prevail? Why don't we just let cooler heads prevail? You know how to do that.
I told you, end it already. You haven't ended it. You keep on talking about it.
But you just said right now.
It's probably because the cameras are still on.
After this interview, the tide would shift. People online saw that the Island Boys thought that they were the shit, like they were on top, and no one could tell them otherwise. But they were severely mistaken. Their views fell off immediately after this interview, and people started to call the brothers out for the way that they were acting during the Logan Paul interview, with one of the brothers actually replying to the comments saying,
okay, but to you, this is the problem. Me and you are two different people. If someone's talking about your financials to you, it's not a problem for you. But if someone's talking about my financials, I don't want to hear it. You're not the one that's making me millions of dollars. I made millions of dollars myself. You know what I'm saying? It's just me doing it myself alone, you dig? He ain't never made me no $1 million. He doesn't have to give me my financial advice. Tell me to sell my jewelry that I worked so hard for and I accomplished. I don't got to do that. Because I make money so I don't have to sell nothing. So he's wrong. He's incorrect. I have the right to feel any type of way. It's my opinion. If I didn't like it, I didn't like it. So that's why I walked off. You might you might think that he's right, but there's no right or wrong. It's how I felt. The podcast wasn't for you. It was for me. Man,
that was the most.
You know for a fact that man won't fold me, man. Let's be positive though, man. On the positive note, man, it was gonna be a very good podcast.
Wait, what? Bro, Logan was gonna fold you. That nigga said he was gonna fold Logan. That Logan Paul wouldn't fold him. That's crazy.
Nonsense.
Later on, one of the brothers would get into some controversy with his ex-girlfriend. He'd be physically and verbally abusive towards her on her live stream and offline. This was documented by her on Instagram, stating, "Y'all want to be an island girl so bad. Go ahead and be one. Let me show you what it's like to be an island girl, beat on every day, treated like nothing. Don't believe the fairy tale they sell you." This was bad press for Fly Soulja, and with the claims of him abusing his girlfriend, it just soured the taste of anyone who was still supporting the duo after how they handled the impulsive drama with George. Then the Island Boys ex-manager would go on the No Jumper podcast and tell Adam that the Island Boys owed him a ton of money, over $100,000, and that they made all their money off of Cameo, usually taking a full night in order to fulfill as many cameos as possible within a short time frame to generate as much money as possible. But even the Cameo money was starting to dry up at this point, and they were struggling financially. The ex-manager would also tell Adam and company that he walked in on the Island Boys doing some pretty weird stuff together in the bathroom.
Oh, Island Boys thing. What's going on?
They did poke her dirty.
Crazy, yeah.
They did you dirty? How?
Yeah, they owe me about like $150,000.
From what? Your percentage of the Cameo money?
Yeah.
Is that the only money they're bringing in?
Mostly, maybe a little bit on TikTok, but I mean it's pretty much run dry at this point.
Right.
2-3 hours a night straight cameos, but like that's literally their only source of income.
Holy shit.
And it's pretty much over.
So what happens when nobody wants a cameo anymore?
Yeah, because that doesn't feel like it's gonna last forever.
Pretty much they're canceled everywhere. Like they can't really go outside like that.
Right, they definitely canceled it in No Jumper.
Island Boys got kidnapped. You told me they was doing some sus shit in the room that one day. Niggas was touching each other's penises
Yeah,
or
I don't
whatever.
even want to.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Island Boys got kidnapped. I don't know where the whole gangster thing comes from. Like
They hit a little Island 69 or what?
No, like I literally like I was in the house living with them like, full time. I was like their daddy.
Yeah.
And I was like knocking on the door, and I'm like, "Yo, open up the door!" Like, nah, bro, like you can't open the door. So I opened the door with a credit card. And, like,
you're lying.
Nah.
You're lying. You're lying.
Bro,
You're
I'm
lying.
not lying.
You're lying.
I got in the room and they was in the bathroom, bro. And the door was like, I opened the door, bro, like both their pants are down.
Now, no one really paid any mind towards the comments that the ex-manager brought up during the
I'm about to
podcast,
say,
and
that's
some may have
crazy.
thought that he was just airing out their dirty laundry because they never paid him,
Until
or
the
that he
niggas
was
kiss
just
each
lying
other.
to give them a bad reputation. But again, these comments went pretty much unnoticed up until recently. And I believe that's where we left off in the previous video. The Island Boys were falling off and were struggling to stay relevant online. One thing I do believe I missed was the fact that their home was recently raided in connection with a murder suspect in July of 2022, right before my original video was released. And one of the Island Boys went on to snitch on their friend for asking him to hide a gun for the friend before the police came barging through the door. Now, even though the Island Boys were raided, they weren't criminally charged in connection to the suspect. After this, they'd stay pretty silent on the internet. Like, they'd still post videos on TikTok and reply to the comments and act as if they weren't broke by flexing watches and chains.
Man, stop playing. I just caught myself a bet, man. 21 years old, all iced up, man. Y'all want to hate, but look what
That
I
nigga only 21? Yeah, no wonder them niggas are broke.
Look at the red interior. I'm on mama.
Don't want to take
Stop
financial
playing,
advice.
bet. I'm on mama's mind, you hear me? A young is happy. Brr. Swear.
But at this point, they were practically forgotten about from the online world. The Island Boys song was dead, and because they were a meme and held no other value other than being something to point and laugh at, their online popularity was completely gone. But in the summer of 2023, they'd hit an all-time low and would try literally anything in order to remain relevant.
And
This
that was the
strategy
kissing shit,
to
wasn't
become
it?
relevant again all started in the beginning of the summer when they'd start to promote their OnlyFans to their followers. But because they were forgotten about, they needed to act out on the internet in order for people to remember them and gain traction to their OnlyFans account. Drama Alert's Twitter account would tweet out a video of the Island Boys making out. And this was
Damn.
pretty horrible. These are two twin brothers who are 100% related to each other. And
Right.
this is incest and extremely weird at this point. And when people started to call them out for their constant need for attention, they doubled down on their actions and uploaded even more videos of them kissing each other to the internet. It would tease their followers, acting as if they were going to post videos with each other over on their OnlyFans account. This was when they'd really start to become relevant again, but once again, for all the wrong reasons. They'd hop on the No Jumper podcast for another interview where Adam22 would ask them their thinking process behind kissing each other, and they'd say that they knew the clip would go viral because people hated them and it'd be shared with a bunch of people online. They'd also say that they were heterosexual even though they were kissing each other in the video.
Kind of by surprise.
Yeah, so it was kind of unexpected, but we started off by just showing us like with their underwear on Twitter, and they're like, people were like, it was almost like they're like, you guys won't kiss. And I thought about it like for a couple days, and I'm like, wait, that'd be a good idea. I did some research on it, like kissing your brother, is it illegal? Is it a problem? Stuff like that, and it's actually not that big of a deal. In some religions they do it. So yeah, I don't know about making out, but kissing, yeah.
Okay, so when I think about making out with my sibling, like in my case, I have a sister, so it's kind of hard to imagine having a twin brother, but
Right.
I feel, I don't know, like a natural biological sense of revulsion by the idea, and even like, well, I'm heterosexual, so I guess that kind of makes sense, but like even I'm looking at one of my friends who's sitting right here, and I'm trying to picture myself making out with him, and it just really sounds unappealing. How did you get over that? Were you disgusted by the idea at first, or how, like I don't even know where to go with this. Like how did you feel about it?
Yeah, we're twin brothers. We came out the womb together. We grew up together. It's not really disgusting if it's twins. Your friend, you don't really know him like that. We're still heterosexual. Yeah. So we kind of just made out or whatever. We kissed, and then we just like looked the other way for a few minutes and couldn't like look at each other, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Just a kiss.
So it didn't feel sexual?
It didn't feel, no, if you don't put too much thought to it, it didn't feel sexual.
And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, I guess I did text it to a couple of people. So a lot of people apparently thought this was so newsworthy that they just kind of had to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was trending on academics page for sure.
Right. His was probably
like
the biggest
your
one.
Like if your mom knew who we were, they're like something to talk about because people really don't like us. So like, hey, look, we got something on them. They kissed each other. So we kind of knew it would go viral.
Then after this interview with Adam22, they'd start to do live streams with some of the biggest content creators within the streaming community.
Okay,
The day
get
after
your
the
name back out
Adam22
there.
interview, Aiden Ross would go live with the Island Boys, and this would once again fill their need for clout.
Okay,
I
big
can't show the
Aiden.
clip because Aiden Ross' team loves to claim videos that uses clips from his live streams.
Oh,
so
damn. Oh,
yeah.
hell no.
But then on August 7th, either the
look
No
like I know who I'm
Jumper
not
Twitter
reacting to.
account or the Island Boys themselves, honestly, I haven't looked again because it was pretty gross, posted a video of one of the Island Boys sucking off the other one. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
whoa.
you heard that right. But
whoa. I had to rewind that.
Island Boys themselves, honestly, I haven't looked again because it was pretty gross. Or the Island Boys themselves, honestly, I haven't looked again because it was pretty gross. Posted a video of one of the Island Boys sucking off the other one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you heard
Yeah,
that right. But they were trolling, and according to Oompaville, one of the Island Boys was actually sucking on Carrot. Nonetheless, it was still very weird
That's still
and
kinda
controversial, but they
crazy.
knew that it would once again bring views onto their page. After this viral video, the Island Boys started to align themselves with another clout-hungry monster and Jack Doherty, who I recently made a video on just about a week ago, so check it out if you haven't done so already. But this made the situation even worse. Because the Island Boys were practically always on Jack Doherty's live stream, we'd start to see more outbursts from them. Like when they got smacked by a content creator named Hanvi.
Oh.
Friendly fire, okay? Like, don't cheese it. Bro, don't touch me, bro. Straight up, touch me on what, nigga? Bro.
And also when they slapped Jack Doherty.
Oh.
But after their 3 months of fame, they'd fall off again.
Damn.
See, the issue with their kind of content and brand, which is like shock content, is that it's just a flash in the pan. They never got popular for being good at something. The first time that they went viral for their Island Boys song, people were shocked with the way they looked and spoke. This last time that they went viral was because of the shock and horror that came along with the video of them kissing each other. Yeah, this gave them some clout and eyes back on them for a few months, but because their brand is ever revolving around shock factor, their popularity will never be everlasting.
I hope they got
And because they couldn't even build a
stocks
fan
or
base because of
goddamn
the way that
some
they
and some
acted
shit.
towards people online and in person, they couldn't even get people to like who they were as individuals. They weren't even likable, which was another reason why they couldn't remain relevant. We see people blow up on every platform, sometimes for controversial things, but people still personally like the individual, but they don't like their actions, which can't be said for the Island Boys. This was the second time within 2 years that they went viral, but again couldn't capitalize off of their virality, leaving them in a state of irrelevancy. But this probably won't be the last time that we see the Island Boys in drama. Mostly because if they align themselves with other clout-hungry creators, they will always have eyes on them. They are almost exactly like Jack Doherty. They both do things in order to get a buzz around their name, but they do not care who they hurt in the process. They are all leeches, and once they dry up one venture, they'll be on to the
These niggas
next
are
one
just
to use it until it runs dry as well. But this is the end of
untalented
the video.
mongrels.
How do you feel about the Island Boys
When them
and their
niggas went-
constant
when them
need
niggas
for
blew up
clout?
the
Is it
first
worse
time,
than Jack Doherty's,
they coulda
or
made it
is
to where
Jack
them
Doherty
niggas was
worse?
set for life.
Let me know
Just
in the
like that
comments
nigga
below.
said on the
If you have
Impulsive
any creators or
podcast.
video ideas that you wanted me to take a look at or talk about, the best way you can suggest them to me is through my Instagram DMs or on my Discord. Now, there are some major updates happening to the Discord server where you can earn Bills coins in order to buy roles within the server. So come check it out. If you found yourself enjoying the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel out and gets us closer to 200,000 subscribers. And it also helps you stay up to date with the newer uploads to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
And I'll see you guys in the next video because the original video will be the first link down below in the description box below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I'm out, man.